I'm Cousin Whit from the law offices of Whit and Thing for attorneys at law. On behalf of Sauce in the City, Surgery Funny LLC and their affiliates, we must inform you that the Dr. Angelic Rose is not an actual faith healer. He is a fake healer and therefore cannot heal your ailments, improve your conditions, or forgive your sins. However, do not let this stop you from being healed or forgiven. If whatever is ailing you persists after the show, please see a doctor, a real doctor.
Welcome to another episode of Sauce in the City, the 9 o'clock magic hour comedy church, where we get together with our funny friends and take a woo-saw after a long week in comedy. And we can all use a prayer to get that started. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce to the stream Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll for this morning's intro prayer. Good morning, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll.
Good morning, Sister Brown. Let the healing begin in the name of Richard Pryor, Dick Gregory, and George Carlin. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah.
Master of merriment, and what Mary should have said, we don't really know what she meant. Please heal us with your loving hands. Finger us with your, wait a second, no. Tickle us with your tender fingers, no. That doesn't sound any better. Help us feel better, and you do it. Can you do it without touching us? Yeah. Can I get a bad touch? Yeah.
Bad touch.
Yeah. We ask that you bless Betsy, for she is truly doing your work. But if Betsy should have a slight hiccup, let it be brief, and please let it be on one of the expendable guests and not doing one of my necessary close-ups. Since laughter is the best medicine and we want the medicine to work, we ask that you bless our guests with a gift of wit and humor, especially the unfunny ones. And you know who they are. We're not naming any names. We all know. Just bless them, please, Lord. We ask that you forgive us our sins and shortcomings, especially the funny ones and the ones that make you say, what? That ain't right. But I'll forgive you anyway. Give people the courage to share their sins with us in our chat through the private email that's no longer listed below because people weren't fucking using it. But you still get it. You can use Facebook, and that's right there, just like that Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. Just like that. Make it easy for the ignorant. Make it easy for the ignorant, I swear. You know, if God thought like that, the Jews wouldn't have walked through the desert for 40 years. They'd have had an Uber, take them to where they need to go. But it's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be done. That's all I'm saying. Can I get a just do it?
Just do it.
Thank you. And we ask these things in the name of Richard Pryor, Dick Gregory, and George Carlin. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Well, good morning, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. That was a great prayer because I need some help, love, and light in my life. And let's introduce this week's church goers that are sitting out in the pews this morning. We got our returning kitty cat. Hi, kitty. Rasta Rabbit Twistedly Insane. Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. It's wonderful to be here. Just to correct, this was a wilderness we were led through, and we used Juber, not Uber.
Okay. Well, good
Ready for
morning.
Halloween?
Okay, you ready for Halloween?
Yes.
Okay. I see you got the cat in the house. He's not the black cat, but I suppose he'll do. So good morning to you and Kitty. Next up, we have David Green to the screen. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Well, I'm doing quite well. Glad to be back.
I am glad to see your face again. And
And
actually, hmm,
I said, and my wrinkled shirt.
and well, I wasn't gonna point that out. I was gonna leave that up to Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll because you already have something to contend with over there. I was gonna give you a minute though, because while saying good morning, what we like to do around here is testify. So do you have any testimonials for this here? Good morning.
Testimonials. Oh yeah. Last week um, I got a infected tooth pulled or whatever.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, yeah. And it was good, but then again, it made me feel upset because they told me they said after taking it out or whatever, no, you know what I mean, can't brush my teeth, can't do this, um, different things like that, no, for 2 days, 48 hours, or whatever.
Oh
Right, and
no.
you know how I be about my, you know, what I mean, my hygiene and everything like that. No,
Yes.
so you know, what I mean, listen to the doctor's orders, whatever like that. No, I start to smell my own breath. Or
Oh
what?
no.
Yeah, so then I was like, hold up. I said, you know, what I mean, if I can smell my breath or whatever like that, no, other people should be able to smell their breath or something like that. No, you know what I mean. So then I, you know, was upset because I'm like, so you on purposely, on purposely, or talking to people, whatever, like with bad breath and junk like that. No, you know what I mean. That's to me that, like I said, that should be like assault with a deadly weapon. So
Well, testify, Brother Green, to the acknowledgement that if you can smell your own breath, then that means you are walking around willingly
willingly,
slapping people upside the head. And that is not a good plan. Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, do you have any testimonials this morning?
I just wanted to commend Brother Green on recognizing the fact that if he could smell his breath, then other people could too. What he doesn't, what you realize is that the reason why you could smell your own breath is because that wasn't normal for you. See, you were not used to that smell. And when something new cropped up, you were like, whoa, that ain't right.
exactly.
See, now, but the people who cannot smell their breath is because they've been doing it for so long, they've tuned it out. See, it is just background odor. They don't notice that it's them. And when somebody points it out, the first thing they think of is, what's wrong with your breath? I smell your breath. It smells so bad, it smells like it's coming up my mouth. So they don't know because they've been doing it for so long, they've gotten used to it. That's all. It's one of the things that the brain does to lie to us. The
Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, testify. Rasta
yeah.
Rabbit, Twistedly Insane. Do you have any testimonials this morning?
I testify that this is how, breath was the first weapon ever used. The cat agrees. You ever smell a cat's breath? No, they get in your face. And I will testify that I did find my very first Bible, and I find a bunch of old girlfriends' phone numbers in the back. I will share later.
Oh, wow. That's going to be in the green room later. Not now. Not now.
No, we need to address that now because that's a children's book. And if those are girlfriends' names in the back of a children's book and they're old girlfriends and you still look at, oh, nah, no, we no, there's a law against pedophilia in this country, in this state. And that state is the state of depravity. Oh,
They're in
Lord
nursing
have
homes now.
Oh my goodness. Well, I would like to testify that it is easy to join us on Roku. You simply access your Roku device, you download the UBSN TV app, you search Sauced in the City, because one of these days I'm going to mess up over here on YouTube as well. And the only place you're going to see us is on UBSN TV. So I really, the categories. So go ahead. It is free all day, free 30. And we are now Googleable. So if you Google UBSN TV, the app comes up on Google. So now there is no reason that you should ever miss an episode. Can I get a fuck yeah?
fuck yeah.
All
Meow.
right. That's
Yeah.
what I am talking about. You guys always have to understand that after a prayer comes a really good game. And it's game time. I was never allowed to play games in church. So this is our church on our Sunday. So we're gonna do it our way. And in honor of the really creepy holiday that is coming up tomorrow, the kitchen is open. And we have David Green back on our screen. And how could we not open our kitchen when we see him? So, our first selection is going to be hollow wieners. Now, ladies and gentlemen who are just tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond, by photo alone and based on our relationship and the ingredients listed on the package, each of our comedic churchgoers will tell me whether they will try it or trash it. Now, remember, y'all, we need to keep the church going. We need orders. So, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, you gonna try our Halloweeners?
No church is worth keeping it open if that's what you got to eat. I mean, let's look. The first ministers didn't have buildings; they had trees and lakes and stones, and they just stood on top of boulders. And I will stand on a boulder. Matter of fact, I will stick a boulder up my behind before I eat that crap right there. And no. I don't eat beef. I don't eat pork. I don't eat black licorice. Uh, and about the only thing in there I can eat is chicken. And seeing who made that, I don't even know what condition the chicken's in.
Okay.
No,
Before you
no,
ruin it for everybody else, come on, David. We have been together
no.
a
They
long
ruined it.
time.
Look at the
A
ingredients. They
long
ruined.
time we have been together, David. Okay. Based on our relationship, are you going to try it or trash it? Come on, David.
I mean, I know we cool, but I'm also cool with myself. Oh my goodness. No, I can't. I definitely can't try that mess. I don't care if I was like served for the communion or something. I'll go to hell. I'm not eating
Oh,
that.
come
I,
on.
hell,
Look, it's made with chicken, pork, beef,
I, I
and
don't
black
eat.
licorice.
I don't eat black licorice. Matter of fact, I think whoever invented that black licorice needs to be in.
Oh, okay. Come on, Rasta Rabbit, twistedly insane.
Mm-mm.
No, at all. Not even a little bit. I mean, I know. Come on. I mean, we're not going straight to hell. Maybe we can.
No. There's two reasons I won't try this. The cats don't like, and I don't eat no Halloweeners, no wieners. They have the male version for this. And what kind of mustard do you put on this?
Oh my God, I don't know. But okay. If you
I
won't
stand on
eat
the
my
record.
wieners that way, how about this way?
What the
And
hell?
I think that's some mustard-like sustenance on the as the fingernail, and that's like ketchup. And so, how about these for a scary treat? Rasta Rabbit, twistedly insane.
These are good. I give them to the children and see what happens if they go home to their mother and they say, "Mommy, my tummy hurts."
Well, we got a sale. We got a sale. Come on, David Green. Come on, get in the holiday spirit.
I mean, it's good for declarations or whatever like that. No, but I mean, not to consume. What is that? Spam?
No, it's a hot dog.
What's a hot dog?
Uh-huh.
I don't eat hot dogs.
Come on, for the kids. For the kids?
Somebody else's
No.
kids, not my kids.
Oh Lord. Oh my God. All right, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. You're a you like the Halloween's Eve type thing, I think. Nope, the cat doesn't agree. We just gonna put him out of there before
Well,
he scared us to death.
I'm going to be honest. I have been to many a restaurant where I've had finger food, but that is not what it looked like when it came to my plate.
Oh,
Uh,
come on.
and if you sticking a finger in a bun and it looks that red around the finger, you're doing something wrong. So I'm sorry. It's
We're at the
just
wrong
not
time.
right. Yeah,
I,
it's just not right. No.
I
No.
can't get y'all to try my Halloweeners.
Me backstage.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh. Well, I guess since I couldn't get you guys to try any of them, my kitchen is closed, but only for this episode. I'll be back. You have not foiled me again or ever or ever or ever. or ever. Um, so now we get to go on, and I hope I can beg forgiveness from Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll to our next segment, which is our forgiveness of sins. And this is the portion of the show where we pray that Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll can find some kind of forgiveness in the comedy universe for our sins against comedy. And if you have any, now would be the time to approach the altar. David Green, is there anything that you would like to be forgiven for in the world of comedy for this week?
Hmm. There's nothing that I need to be forgiven for, but I do like to pray for the illiterate guys. You know what I mean? The guys that can't read. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the guys that getting all excited, the lotion and bad intentions, thinking they're going to watch hardcore porn, but it's hardcore porn. Um,
Oh God. Well, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, please forgive David Green of his comedy sin of calling them illiterate. Don't you know you have to be PC these days, David?
That's right, brother Green. We don't call people illiterate anymore. We call them dumb fucks. Uh, that's that's that is that is the appropriate term for them, dumb fucks. Because there's no reason why they have to. Anybody can learn to read. If you're dyslexic, there's a tool to teach you how to read. If you're a black Republican, they can still teach you how to read. It's just doesn't matter what your mental illness is. They can teach you to read. So you're just a dumb fuck if you can't read. So I'm with you. Except for, like I said, we don't call them illiterate anymore. They're just dumb fucks because they got a choice. They have a choice. It's just
So,
like Kanye. It's like Kanye said with slavery. They have a choice.
yeah.
oh Lord, oh my gosh, dear Jesus. Well, we are going to send prayers out to all the dumb fucks in honor of David Green. So there you go. Prayers out to all you dumb fucks. All right. Rasta Rabbit, Twistedly Insane. Is there anything in comedy that you need to be forgiven for of your sin?
Yes, not showing up for any comedy except here. I still have yet to go somewhere live and let them see what they're missing. And the fact that I did call one of the phone numbers in this book I found for, let's see, Sarah, a number was 212-244-8487, which spells out big tits. So I must be forgiven. She's in a nursing home now.
Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, can you handle this one?
Sure. First of all, Sarah, I think what he meant was long tits. Now that's where you are. It's not big anymore, just long. That's what happens when you get there. And the I thought we had addressed him not going out to comedy live because he was doing karaoke, and I thought we had just settled the fact that when he gets to the karaoke place, when he play the music, instead of singing, he just do his bit over top of the music. Kind of do some slow jazz. Maybe like Moon River. Some soft music like that, and you'd be doing your bit over top of it, kind of like a Mitch Hedberg thing. You just be. And I thought we had that settled, and apparently, so I'm going to have to give him 3 Gilbert Gottfrieds, 2 Bernie Macs, and a Lucille Ball, because he just dropped the ball completely on this one.
All right. I have yet to do that, and song is by Prince. I think is Purple Rain. I do, and then comedy over because whatever.
Yeah, all of us don't read sign language, and apparently that's not even American sign language. That's Yiddish sign language, which none of us are going to get. So it's like Yiddish sign language. You're not going to get that. We don't understand that. Use your words, brother. Use your words.
I have to translate in my brain. It's a good idea. I will do to Prince that song. Ask Mr. Green, he know.
Oh, there. That song by Prince, Mr. Green. You know that song. Just because Mr. Green is the honorary black cat for Halloween. Doesn't
He
mean he
was
knows all
home.
of the. Doesn't mean he knows all of the Prince songs that you're
I know.
talking about.
I thought it's David.
Oh yeah, David. Yeah. Yeah. What was this Prince song in like a movie, or was it like just one that he did like as to cover another song, or give us a hint which Prince song you're talking about? Because I think he had four.
The,
4? Who, Prince? That movie had 4 decades of songs. I don't know what song he talking about.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate this thing called
Let's
life.
go crazy. Let's go crazy.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
oh boy. I
It
can't
wasn't
even.
that hard.
He looked like a deer in the headlights right there.
Yeah, 'cause he said, you know the song. And I'm like, Prince got like 800 and some songs.
Oh my God. Well, this sounds like a great time for a station reset. Like I said, you guys can catch up with us if you are Android users, and you can go to the Google App Store and you can actually download the app onto your phone, and you will never miss an episode of anything and everything that I have missed. So you just go there to your phone, see like that. And then if you are lucky and you do everything right, you will come to this little patch here. You just click the button and you will be thrown into our world of comedy. I hope you guys have had a good time to woo-saw and get it together, because I did. I had to take a minute. You know, I need to be forgiven of something, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. So, your last task is to find forgiveness in my soul for the people who fuck you while you're looking at them. I need to find forgiveness because I want to pick up like the rusty fork and stab them in the forehead, but I know I can't. But I need forgiveness of those thoughts because I don't understand how they'll just sit there and do it. So I need forgiveness.
Well, there's a couple of solutions to this, but just before, because forgiveness doesn't mean anything if we don't find a way to avoid to avoid the situation happening again. Otherwise, we'll be right back where we started. So if people are going to be fucking you and you don't want to see them, turn the lights off. That way, and there's also reverse cowgirl and doggy style. So you don't have to. They don't have to look you in the face when they're fucking you. That's what I'm saying. They, but that is something that we can address in private. If you're confused about those techniques, I have a book right here. It's all those techniques are described right here in the good book. In Psalms, I think it is Psalms. No, Second Chronicles. It's in Second Chronicles. All those positions are in Second Chronicles, right? All right. So we have all those positions right there. They're enumerated in Chronicles. That's why it's called Second Chronicles. The first Chronicles is strictly male positions, and then the second female are in Second Chronicles. So yeah. So that's now. But you have to realize that you're also dealing in the world of entertainment. Not just comedy. It's all entertainment. Although in comedy, it is a sausage dominated industry, and at being a sausage industry, they like I said, when you're a sausage, all the world are buns, and so that's what's going on. They just don't see you as a person, and so you have to affirm yourself. Let them know that they're not dealing with another bun. But no, you yourself can be a sausage. That's what I'm saying. It's the sausage is a state of mind. You know what I'm saying? And so we can all be sausages together. Just don't touch, because that'd be wrong, real wrong. Well, it depends on the community you're in, and I'm not saying it's wrong in terms of judgment. I'm saying it's wrong in terms of results. It's just results. Yeah.
I,
So.
I like it. I like the way that you put it. Like I I feel a little better because I too can be a sausage. You are
Yes,
absolutely correct.
yes, yes. Be
And
a sausage.
be a sausage. Hey, be a sausage. They need a
Yeah,
song like
realize that most of the times when people are disrespectful, especially if they're being aggressively so, it's because they have some fragilities that they're trying to hide and conceal, and so they're just trying to keep you off balance so you don't hit them where it hurts. And so if they're going for your jugular, that means that's where they're soft. If they're trying to get you in the gut, that's where they're soft. So find out where they're attacking you, that lets you know where you need to attack them back if you're going to attack them. I'm not saying that you should attack. I'm just saying, you're in the comedy industry, and comedy is very cruel. Believe me, we
yes,
all know.
it is. It is very it is something that I never thought that I would be staring at it in the face and going, I won't let you beat me. I feel like Sophia and Harpo at this point. Like I like comedy has dished me out one or two kind of, back pains. And so that brings us to our next segment. I don't know if that'll work, but it's going to work today. And this is the 60-second sit down, which is going to double as the church social today, because I want to get down to the bottom of some things. And I don't even have a picture of him. That's why I have to use this picture right here. But let's have a 60-second sit down for Kanye. Okay, let's just everybody 60 seconds on what you think the fuck is wrong with Kanye, or if there's anything wrong with him. I don't know, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll.
Oh, it's medically, uh, he's fucking nuts. I think that is the term that we have in the the psychology manual that we use. I think it's called a DC-9, or is that an airplane? At any rate, uh, he's fucking nuts. So there's and the first sign of that is that he is a black Republican. There should be no black Republicans anywhere. Or at least, okay, I take that back. You can be a black Republican. You can't be a black Trump supporter. You can't. Okay, that's what fucks your brain up, because your brain is trying to do two things at once. It's trying to make sense out of a world, you know, and then it's trying to make sense out of what you just did by supporting someone who doesn't even like black people or minorities. If you're not rich and white, he doesn't give a crap about you. And your first priority is to care about yourself. And so you are throwing your support behind someone who doesn't care about you. And that means that throws off what you're supposed to do, which is to care for yourself. Care for yourself, care for your kids. Okay. Now, as far as his music goes, I've never heard one Kanye song I'm aware of. I don't know. I've honestly, I don't know. I don't know any Kanye music, and that was by choice and by luck. I don't travel in circles where people listen to Kanye. Thank God, I guess. I don't know. I honestly don't. Someone could actually play a song like what's the guy that R. Kelly? It was like 10 years before I realized it was him who thought he could fly. I didn't know. Didn't know that was. I had no idea that was R. Kelly who thought he could fly.
Oh
Maybe
my gosh.
maybe him and Kanye can get together, and if they can't fly, maybe they can all sink together. I don't know.
Well, maybe they might get the same cell together. I don't know. I'm praying. Anyway, doctor, that was your 60-second sit down with Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll on is Kanye fucking nuts, or is he? I don't know. David Green, 60-second sit down. Is there anything wrong with Kanye West?
In the beginning, I thought he was nuts, because his support and everything with Trump and everything and all. But some of the recent things that he's been saying or whatever and all is some of the things that I agreed with even before he said it or whatever. Um, um, down to blacks being like um, um,
Enslaved by choice. Like
no,
it's
not
your
that.
choice. Slavery was a choice. No, not that one.
No,
Okay.
not that. But I'm talking about his recent stuff. You talking
Oh,
about the stuff he was talking about like what, like a year or something ago. Um, the stuff that he's talking now, it sounds like he took his meds. You know what I mean? Like I said, when he talks. No, I ain't gonna lie. There was some kind of some stuff he was saying like a year or something ago. That's when I realized he was off his meds. But I don't
I
know.
I
I kind
definitely
of
think
agree
so.
with some of what he says or whatever. Yeah, when he talks about like the music industry and talks about like um how we're so quick of killing each other or whatever like that. No, but yet um and when he was talking about like the Jews or whatever like that, he basically was saying he was jealous of how they operate or whatever like that. How you don't see a lot of Jews beefing with each other. You don't see a lot of jealousy. They build and get money together and stuff like that. No, and he envies that. He wishes like we was the same way. Like um
Mm. He wishes that we were the
but-
same way.
right.
Perhaps he
Or like
should change.
our mindset and everything. Like dealing. With like
Well, perhaps he should change the we's that he's around, and perhaps he would find a lot of we's that work like that. I don't know. But this has been your 60-second sit down with David Green on Is Kanye Wacky, or is some of the things that he says on track? I don't know. After that conversation, I'll have to think about it. Rasta Rabbit Twistedly Insane. This is your 60-second sit down. Is something wrong with Kanye, or is he right on track?
Something's very wrong with him. He is controlled by Jews. They have the Jew juice in him, and he's going crazy trying to tell the world what is the truth, and nobody wants to listen to him now. It's the truth. We
yeah,
use guilt on him, and now he is nuts. So we control him. Once you are controlled by those organizations, you're in trouble. People tell
Oh,
me, Tony, call you. You hang up on them. You tell them, no, you're not going to shelf me. You're not going to buy me and put me in a closet. Never let this happen to you, Brenda. The Jews are very tricky. We did go into enslavement by choice in Egypt, is what he's talking about. But you can choose to die too, as a choice. No one wants to die. So you break free. We break free many times. You have to learn. The dark skinned people are the true rulers of the world in the Kohen, but nobody believed me. All the white Jews mostly are Russian. I am part Polish, so it's a different view. I am a Pole. I am a Rush. I can't explain. You have to do your
we're
own
gonna
research.
make a band. Yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna make a
He's
band
not
called
crazy.
Pole Rush. Yes.
He's off right meds on Jew juice and it's crazy. Like Michael Jackson.
Okay. So from
I just
all,
um,
go ahead, Dr. Reverend
uh,
Delio.
the thing is about as far as what Kanye was saying about Jews sticking together and everything. That's okay. That's also a stereotype because he does not know any real Jews. Because if he'd ever spent 1 hour in a Talmudic school with a bunch of rabbis discussing just one verse of the Old Testament, he'd realize they argue and fuss and fight just like everybody else. They just don't do it in public. They do it behind closed doors. See, so it's a myth. That shows that he doesn't really know. He's just repeating things he's heard from somebody else. That's that's just like if I were to say things like I would, I go to a party and it smells like cheesesteak and fried onions. Well, if you were young like me, that means you were in a black neighborhood. You understand what I'm talking about. But somebody who had never been there would just think I'm saying all parties smell like cheesesteak and fried onions. But no, that's not the case. Only the people who've actually been there know what I'm saying.
Right.
See? And
Right.
so, and then the people who repeat that will be repeating a truth, but in a false way. Kanye doesn't really know. He's just repeating the things. Somebody stuck their hand up his ass and they started doing this, and he just kept Thank you. Yes, the rabbit
Well,
probably did it.
I
Stuck his
mean,
hand up the ass and he started doing this.
they say that Trump is going, the scuttlebutt is Trump will be running for office in 2024. And in case he gets voted back into office, he's going to need someone to perform at his inaugural uh, thing. So Kanye would definitely be, I guess, one. But just asking, who would be another musical artist do you think he would be able to convince to be at his inaugural inception? If it were to happen, and people, by the way, this is a message. If you don't go out and vote, he's gonna win. And if he doesn't win, all his people are gonna win. And we're gonna be in trouble. I mean, if you believe that kind of thing, I guess I should say. David Green, who's another artist that would be joining the Trump inauguration?
Another artist that will be joining. Uh,
Yeah, because we all discussed, Kanye. I have another one, and I'm going to take this from y'all. What do you think about Nelly? I listened to his song, and he mentioned Trump like 8 million times in his songs. He was a fan.
oh, okay. Well, I'll say P Diddy.
Ooh, okay. I can definitely see that happening. I can see P Diddy going, screw everybody. I'm out of here. Okay. Rasta Rabbit Twistedly Insane. We
I think they
have
should get
go ahead.
a Twisted Sister. They could do We're Not Gonna Take It.
We're not gonna take it.
The whole I'm tired of white old men in president with buttons. Putin is ended already. The Messiah should show up, and the cat
See,
and the world to be. Get your butt out of the camera, you crazy cat.
Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, name another artist that you think might take the leap.
Well, obviously Ted Nugent would, Kid Rock would.
Oh,
I,
wow.
I, and I believe there's a group called the Tiki Torch Five. They're if they're not out there yet, they will form. There are some crazy people that will form groups just so they can play for Trump. Like maybe
Yeah,
Marjorie Trader Greeners or something. I don't know. They're just people who just do anything. I think his first inaugural. And I hope there's not a second, but the one that he did have, he didn't pay anybody. I don't think. I think most of those people did not. They got ripped off, or they got like less than a quarter of what they were promised. So whoever is going to do it has to be already rich, and they don't care that they're not going to see any money out of it, or that the publicity is going to be enough for them. Because if they're expecting money, they're playing for the wrong team. Because he's not going to pay them. Whoever it is, got to be willing to pay, not get paid. So
okay, I'm digging it. So as far as I wanted to clarify something, and while I'm at church, might as well do it here. Codifying a law, right? So I had to look up what the word codifying meant, and then I had to go from there. So codifying the law means doing or signing into law a whole bunch of other laws that make the one law that you said is illegal legal.
right.
Okay, so just a question. In your opinion, should Roe versus Wade and the Emancipation Proclamation, should those actually be something on the books to be discussed by people?
well, the Emancipation Proclamation, that's actually the abolishment of slavery is actually an amendment to the Constitution. So that's in the book. Now, the Roe versus Wade, that was based on the right to privacy clause, and so their argument is that there is no right to privacy, and that's why they could take out Roe v. Wade, and that's why they're going after same-sex marriage, and that's why they're going after interracial marriage. And some people say, well, wait, Clarence Thomas is a white wife. Why would he want to get rid of interracial marriage? Is he happy? Is he happy? I mean, they're staying together, but this way he could just say, like, Jenny, I love you. I love you. I've been with you for like 40 years, but it's the law. You got to go. See? Or he could grandfather it in. They've done that before. They've had grandfather clauses. But yeah, all those things that are based on right to privacy are up for grabs because they're not explicit in the Constitution. That's why they're trying to codify voting rights. Same with voting rights. That's why they can chip away and pick single people out. I think they just did that in Louisiana. Here's a good one. Louisiana wiped out the representation for most of the black population and got them. They're like 30% of the population of Louisiana, but the Republicans down there have made it so that they get one congressperson instead of 3. Okay, and so the court, their Supreme Court, said that's racism and you can't do that because you are going after black people and saying we do not want them to have representation. So the Louisiana legislation is now trying to redefine what black is so that they can, yes, they are now trying to say, okay, well, we don't agree with you what black is, so we're going to tell the black people what black is. And what's going to happen is 2 things. First of all, that's going to confuse the racist and the bigot. They're not going to know who to hate because, wait a minute, I thought you were black before this, and you're telling me Louisiana says you're not black? I don't know if I can hate you now. Damn it. And then the police are not going to know who to beat or how long to beat them. You know what I'm saying? Is there going to be a scale of blackness where it's like, okay, on a scale of blackness from 1 to 10, you are 10, so you get beat to death. But you, sir, you're a 1, so you can vote, and we're just going to slap you a little bit. See, that's the problem
which I come back to my question. As far as being a human is concerned, there should be no law on the book if you're a human. Humans do not need codifiable laws. We are human like the rest of the people. You mean to tell me you have to put it on the books how to treat me? There's no rules on the books how to treat white people. There's no, you know what I mean? Like there's no rules in the book that says, okay, here's what, how you're supposed to treat it. Look, if you're a person, I don't think we should be arguing about things that codify or things that regulate the person. If you're a person, then you have to abide by all the other laws, not the law to decide if you're a person or not. And that was the Emancipation Proclamation. They decided that we were people. So Roe versus Wade is now, they decided that we are people that can bear other people, but that should not even be a conversation. David Green, no, yes?
Oh no, I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean,
and I agree with Reverend Joey Rowe.
Okay, so Rasta Rabbit Twistedly Insane, you'll be the tiebreaker then. Yes, no, maybe. Should we be talking about rules that rule how we are humans?
Of course not. This is laid out by God, not people. If people control other people, it's the same thing as slavery, indentured servant. Look at all that's going on in the world today. There's slavery still, indentured servants. We're slaves to our government, which we can't revolt against because the whole government's crazy. I mean, America was founded by overrunning other people. This is not right. We should give it all back to the Native Americans. They know what to do with it. We're destroying it.
They were doing good till we showed up. Well,
we showed up. You showed up later by choice. I don't know. The history is all wrong.
nobody chose to get on the boat.
No, nobody.
Well,
Nobody.
I do. Now apparently you did not see G.D. Fenderson's first comedy DVD because he did explain why some of the blacks voluntarily got on the boat because some of the slave traders who were buying them were French, and everything sounds so good in French. You know, the French people walk up and they go like, bonjour, comment, combien de rang, combien de rang, and the natives go, and they hand them over. And of course, what the French person just said was how much for that one. And of course, but in French, it sounds so romantic and beautiful. And so the blacks who don't really speak French, they just know it just sounds nice. You know, it's like a woman who goes to a restaurant and a waiter has an accent and they just wet their pants. You know, even though and it's the same thing. The French go over to Africa and they speak another language, and the natives are going, and the French are going, oui, and they're like, yeah, take them, bring them back when you're done. You know, and so yeah, it was the accent that fooled them. So some of them got fooled by the accent, and so you got your British guy. Hello there, mate. Hello there, governor. I'd like to buy that little black feather there. If you like, that please. Yes, I'll give you these 2 hair pieces and animal pelts for that one there. Yeah, thank you.
Well, where I go on those sentiments, Kanye West, I hope he gets the help that he needs, and I hope that the people around him don't just keep saying yes. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
And on the Roe v. Wade, ladies, get your shit together. Get your babies and your babies' babies and your babies' babies' babies and go and vote. Everybody out there go and vote. Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I know we're going to have to drag, but it's okay. We'll do what we have to do. So this is the portion of the show, speaking of what I just spoke of, confessions time. And we all have confessions in comedy that we need we need a prayer or a blessing or forgiveness or something, but these are our confessions that we bring and we put down at the feet of the Lord and say, please forgive me because I sinned, but it was funny. It was funny. So, confessions of the week. Rasta Rabbit, Twistedly Insane.
Oy. I more pray for the world that it survives men ruling it because they are crazy, not insane. Crazy is dangerous to all. Insane is the ability to see the crazy and take it and twist it by the balls. So I pray for the world.
Pray for the world. Confessions. All right, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll. I think he just confessed that he's nervous, like the rest of us. I'm very nervous. So can we get some good words on those confessions?
Well, we're all a little bit nervous, and it's rightful. It's a right. It shows you're human. If you're not nervous, then you just dead from the neck up. If you're not nervous, you're dead from the neck up, plain and simple. So yes, we should all be nervous, but we don't have to be nervous alone. We can be nervous together, and we could all be nervous together, standing in line, voting, except for me, because I've already voted. See, I got the sticker right there. See that? That's proof that I voted right there. And you can't just get these stickers off of somebody else who voted, and you excuse me, you using that sticker, and you take it, you put it on yourself. No, I've already voted. In fact, I voted twice. I love to tell the story about what I can't tell that story. What happened at the voting when I was voting, but it's just people. So yes, vote. You have to. What I'm saying is, you don't have to be alone. Okay, be together, stand together, and do something positive. Because if you don't do anything, and you're just complaining that the world ain't working, Well, it's working for somebody, just not you, because you didn't do shit about it. That's why you got to do something. And even if you know, that's like comedy. Okay, I know a comedian, a guy named G.D. Fenderson. He's not very funny, but he tries. Lord knows he tries. Okay, and that's just the point. He gets on stage time after time, and people don't laugh, and they go like, he's too political, but he's trying. You know what I'm saying? He tries, and then he goes back, and they don't say, we're not paying you for that shit. Get out of here. And you know. And then he goes back to another place and he tries again. He keeps trying. Even though nobody thinks he's funny and they don't want him anymore, he keeps trying. Okay? And that's the point. Because if he didn't try, if he didn't go out, if he just stayed at home and complained to go, nobody hired me, are you trying to get hired? Well, no. Well, fuck you then. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, you got to get out there. You got to do something. You got to try. Even if you fail, you got to try. You got to do something. You got kids out there, man. We got to do something for the kids. The kids can't vote. We got to do something for the animals. The animals can't vote. You got to do something for the roads. The roads are not going to pave themselves and fill their own potholes. If the roads could fill their own potholes, they'd be they'd be by themselves, filling their potholes, just like some guys stay at home, filling their own potholes. They're not coming out. They just filling their own potholes, okay? Yeah, so you got to do something. What was I? I don't. Yeah.
Well, we're just going to roll on to the next confession of the week. David Green, do you have any confessions in comedy that you would like to lay at the altar, virtually, of course, today?
Okay, I do make a confession. Remember last time I was there and I said I was done with the Hispanic chick with the good booty. I backslid. I backslid. Yeah, I backslid. Yeah.
Well,
But
okay, you backslid. Did you backslide back?
I backslide back, up, down, frontward.
Oh no. Oh no. Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, can I please get some forgiveness over David Green? And
Well,
the backslide.
there's really nothing to forgive him for. Going back to Hispanics, all he did was wipe the slate clean, and then he just got it spick and span. That's all. So he's just doing a clean slate, you know. And there's some people going, wait, did he just say spick and span? Do they go together? Yes, they do go together. So yeah, he's just doing a clean slate, and I understand. Baby steps, you know. Maybe you could adopt a Venezuelan who's been looking for a home in Martha's Vineyard or something, you know. Just baby steps. None of us are perfect. You know, if we were, we'd all look like me. Lord have mercy. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Don't worry about it. You're good, Brother Green. You're good.
Oh my gosh. You guys have been nothing but a bowl of laugh. And my confession for the week, I'm glad you guys are all here to hear me when I say this. My confession of the week is that I should have blocked someone, but I didn't. I didn't because all my friends tell me I'm too soft-hearted and I give people too many chances and that I should block a whole bunch more people than I do. And my confession is that I told them that I was going to block them, but I didn't. Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, I need some kind words.
Well, I'll give you words. I don't know if they're kind. That's up to you. To decide. I don't judge my words. I just speak them. And if you think they're kind, great. And if you don't think they're kind, then that's on you. They're just my words. But if you told someone that you were going to do something and you don't do it, you don't owe me an apology. You owe them an apology because you broke your word to them. You said to them, I'm going to block you, and then you didn't. Okay, so you broke your word to them. So you go to them and you apologize. And you're like, I'm sorry I didn't block you. I should have blocked you, like I said I was going to do. And then do it. Okay, it's like punishing a child. You don't say like if you boy, I swear to God, if you walk out this house, I'm going to change the locks on the door. And the boy goes, I don't believe you. And he walks out and he comes back and the locks have not been changed. Then the next threat is going to be empty. You know, so
Right.
if he goes, so if you say to that kid, boy, you walk out the door when you come back, I'm changing the lock. You better damn sight change the lock. So when he comes back and his key don't work, he'd be like, shit, that woman crazy. She's serious, but she crazy. But she's serious. So next time you threaten him, he's gonna be like, you say to him, and then you can make it a because you've already carried out that one promise. You did it. And next time he goes like, you say, boy, I swear to God, if you walk out that door when you come back, there will be no food in this house for you. I will lock up the food and put a padlock on the refrigerator. You will slowly starve to death. Or the only food you're gonna have in this house is gonna be healthy. Okay, you're just gonna have bran and fiber for the rest of your life. That's it. And he go out, you come back, and you go to the cupboard, nothing but bran and fiber. That's it. That boy gonna be so regular with time, schoolwork, the rest of his life he's gonna be regular because you kept your word. And so this person that you said I'm gonna block you and you don't block them, you're only hurting them because they can't trust your word.
Oh my God.
You gotta keep your word.
Gotta keep your word. Well, I will
word.
definitely take that into consideration. So there may be some blocks up and coming. But before I do anything, including eat, I like to say the prayer and just the categories. So just like on our way in, we had Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll lead the prayer. We are going to have him to lead the final prayer out. But before we do so, we got to quiet the cat so that we can all bow our heads in silence for this prayer. Finally, it's happened to me.
Dear master of ceremonies of this circus we call life, lift up those who have been blocked by Sister Brenda Brown. Basically, she wishes you well, she wishes you good health, she wishes you good luck, and she wishes you leave her the fuck alone. Can I get a self-checkout?
Self-checkout!
Yeah.
Checkout.
And yeah, Lord, can you give the 90 people that she has not blocked the wisdom to not to do the things that are required to be blocked so that she doesn't have to break her word anymore, because she's weak. She needs strength. Give her strength to block more people. She just get and give her the strength to open up the Brenda Brown Facebook jail and throw away the key. Can I get a throw away the key?
Throw away the key.
Yes. Dear Lord, I want to say a prayer for the Pelosi family because first of all, nobody should have their house violated at all. It's just wrong, and to do it over politics is doubly wrong. And the fact that let's put it this way: as soon as they said the person was taken into custody, I said that's a white man. So we need equal justice for all. That's what I'm saying. Equal justice. So if there's a black man with a hammer, you're going to shoot him, shoot the white man with the hammer. If it's a Hispanic man, shoot the Hispanic man. I'm saying just we should all, I'm just saying I want us all to either shoot everybody or nobody. Okay? You can't be picking. You cannot be picking who you're going to be sparing. It's like you spare everybody or nobody. Okay? And I am glad that the guy is spared, because we need to see what crazy looks like. Okay? We need to see what crazy looks like up front and up close. And we need to show those other people who are supporting that kind of hatred, supporting that kind of ignorance, that there is no place in this country for it unless you're a politician. Can I get a ballot box? Yeah.
Ballot box. And with that being said, Dr. Reverend Jelly Roll, I want to thank you for the lovely prayer And join us next week, same place, same time.
I'm Cousin Whit from the Law Offices of Whit and Thing, attorneys at law. On behalf of Sauce in the City, Society Funny LLC, and their affiliates, we must inform you that Dr. Rolle is not an actual faith healer. He is a fake healer and therefore cannot heal your ailments, improve your conditions, or forgive your sins. However, do not let this stop you from being healed or forgiven. If whatever is ailing you persists after the show, please see a doctor, a real doctor.